May is here, and there are some big hitters coming out swinging in May, hoping to slam dunk a 3-point touchdown home run conversion. Yeah, I know sports. We're going to look at 7 movies in order of when they come out this month, awarding both Movie of the Month and Wild Card of the Month, starting with one of the biggest hitters of the month.
Come on, Drax. Seriously, dude?
Coming out on the 5th of May is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. With writer-director James Gunn now over at Marvel's rivals DC, and certain stars saying they no longer wish to continue in their roles, this will likely be a definitive end to this iteration of the Guardians. Early responses seem to be overwhelmingly positive, with repeated uses of the words hilarious and heartbreaking. Okay, those words don't seem to go together. Unless it's Krusty the Clown having a myocardial infarction. But yes, this film is likely to be very good. If you enjoyed the first 2 Guardians, this probably won't disappoint. In fact, I'm so sure Guardians 3 will be a hit, I'm giving it Movie of the Month. But please stick around to see what else is on. There are other good movies too, but this next one probably isn't one of them.
And committed to protecting Athena with his life.
How the hell did you do that?
Knights of the Zodiac follows plucky teen Sienna, who it turns out is a reincarnated goddess of war. And she has Sean Bean as a dad. Lucky. It also follows street orphan Seiya, who discovers that he is destined to protect this goddess and save the world, but only if he can face his own past and become a Knight of the Zodiac. Now, this film is a llama. Yeah, that's right, live action manga adaptation. Totally real thing that I didn't just make up. And in case you're not aware, when Japanese books and anime are adapted for a Western movie-going audience, it's often pretty bad. Will this one be any better? Unlikely, but hey, Sean Bean. He's cool. He was in Lord of the Rings.
Are you familiar with the concept of hypnotics?
Hypnotics.
Hypnotic is written and directed by Hollywood stalwart Robert Rodriguez, who came up with the idea over 20 years ago and calls it his favourite story. Hypnotic stars Ben Affleck as a detective investigating a bank robbery, and then gets drawn into a world of secret government initiatives and creepy hypnotic powers. This film does give me strong reminiscence vibes, not so much in terms of the plot or the premise, but rather it's a good team behind the camera, a good cast in front of the camera, kind of a mid-budget, solid sci-fi premise going on there, and no one will go and see it. But Hypnotic looks like a fun quasi-sci-fi romp with a good amount of mystery and intrigue, an excellent supporting cast including the always creepy William Fichtner as the villain, which is why it's getting my Wild Card of the Month award. But if mysterious government agencies, sinister psychological powers, and high-end heists aren't your cup of tea, maybe this next film is.
I'm in a church.
What?
Are you serious? We're looking for a venue for the wedding.
I don't know how she does it, but Jane Fonda, who was born before World War II, is at it again. After starring in 80 for Brady earlier this year, she's back as part of another octogenarian ensemble in book club The Next Chapter, following in the footsteps of many a sequel before, such as Sex and the City 2, Holiday on the Buses, Police Academy 7, Mission to Moscow, Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift, Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties,
1 hour later.
The Hangover Part 2, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, Herbie Goes Bananas, Three Men and a Little Lady, The Karate Kid Part 2, Pitch Perfect 2, and Speed 2 Cruise Control. They've moved the action abroad, to Italy more precisely, and what starts out as a fun girls trip soon turns into something more mysterious. It's probably not winning any awards, but if you like this kind of thing, you'll probably like this kind of thing.
That's the problem with having such a big family. How do you choose the ones you save?
Remember when the Fast and Furious films were about stealing DVD players? Now they're sending cars into space. Remember when Dom Toretto's car got munched by a truck? And now it's pulling helicopters out of the sky. Such is the outrageous, over-the-top world of the Fast and Furious franchise, which continues this month with Fast X, the 10th Fast and Furious film. In this new film, Dom must protect his crew and family from Cypher. No, not that Cypher. This Cypher, who has now joined forces with Dante Reyes, played by Jason Momoa, who is seeking revenge for the death of his father. Expect cars, crashes and coronas, the beer's not the virus, when this comes out on the 19th of May.
No one is coming to rescue us.
A week later, on the 26th of May, it's the second film involving a US soldier not leaving behind a Middle Eastern translator in as many months after Guy Ritchie's The Covenant came out a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure this had nothing to do with any real life events that may have happened in 2021. But anyway, this time it's Gerard Butler re-teaming with the director of Greenland and the Insert Word Here Has Fallen trilogy to tell the story of an undercover CIA operative working in Iran who has to flee the country after his mission has been exposed. Accompanied only by his translator, he must navigate hostile terrain and fight enemy combatants as he tries to reach his extraction point in Kandahar. You know, whether this is a propaganda piece for the US military or has something more insightful to say about Western involvement in the Middle East remains to be seen, but if you're looking for another addition into the pantheon of Gerard Butler action romps, this will probably whet your appetite. Speaking of wet,
Something about you seems different. I can't quite figure it out.
She got legs, you idiot!
rounding out the month, we have Disney's live-action retelling of The Little Mermaid. So let's run through the checklist. Songs? Check. Caribbean Crab? Check. That wet hair flick you sometimes see in shampoo commercials? Check. Everything seems to be in order. Now, whilst Disney's live-action remakes have been a bit hit or miss in the past, it's fair to say that The Little Mermaid has been unnecessarily lambasted by certain parts of the internet merely for existing, which seems a tad ridiculous, and given that this film is directed by Rob Marshall, the man who helmed the excellent Mary Poppins sequel as well as the first and best Pirates of the Caribbean, and is clearly accomplished at handling big Disney properties with a degree of success, I think we, and by we I mean internet trolls, need to chill out and see if this film is any good, because you know, it just might very well be. So that's May. What are you most looking forward to? Do let us know in the comments, let us know if there's any films that I've missed that you're interested in seeing, and like and subscribe and share this video with other people, and you know, go to the cinema this May. I'm not sponsored by any cinema, unless, you know, get in touch. Catch you later, bye!